hello. Is this thing on? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. Once again, live on Wednesday night, it's Bose 831 Gaming. Welcome, welcome, welcome. After tonight, we'll have 3 more episodes until the release of the Platinum Expansion Pack for Farming Simulator 22. That releases on November the 15th, which is on Tuesday. Our last show in this series, episode in this series, will be on Saturday, November the 12th. So that literally leaves us with 3 more episodes after tonight's episode. And that's why I've been doing some things off camera, because there are some points I wanted to get to before we ended this series and get certain things accomplished. And support that effort, I've done a number of things off camera since we last left. Since the last episode, I finished harvesting fields 38, 41, and 55. Let's go to the heads-up display so you can kind of see that a little better. Yes, we finished harvesting 38, 41, and 55, which is my cotton, my sugar cane, which we were having some issues with, and where we're at 55 is the sugar beet. We were having some issues there as well. What the heck is going on over there? We rolled and mulch fields 53 and 55. We sold bread and cake to make room for our production chains that were kind of bottlenecked, so that we can make room for additional product. And we advanced to day 2 in October, and then on day 2 in October, we sold all our pigs that were over 10 months old. We did our greenhouse for our animals. We did maintenance for our greenhouses. We maintained our animals like we do on the daily. Every day with the animals, we rode the horses. We weeded fields 42 and 54, and we plowed and stoned fields 55, 50, 41, and 38. And that's where we're at now, and we're ready to advance to November. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. So we're going to sleep the night away here. So we're going to sleep and move on to day 1 in November. And while I was looking at the heads-up display, I just saw something weird there with field 55. I don't know what the heck's going on there, why that looks that way. So let me go take a look at that real quick. Trying to think, do I need to plow that field before we plant again? We did plow 55, so why? I don't know why the filter is showing that weird, erratic looking display when I go to the filters. It's literally, yeah, there's nothing. It's weird. Alright. But it's throwing me off because when you look at it from this way, it's showing this right. That we have sugar beet, but look how it looks like all like a old school video game graphics kind of thing going on there. I don't know what that's all about because I did plow the entire field, as you can see. It's actually, did we plow it? I thought we did plow this field. I know we plowed. Yeah, we did plow it. Yeah. It's the same thing here. Alright, this field is Grass is ready to harvest, but we want to wait 1 more month. We could harvest it now, but we won't get the max yield, so we'll wait 1 more month and then we'll harvest. In December we'll harvest probably. Alright, so let's go ahead and do our farm maintenance again. We've advanced today, and then we'll look at everything else to see if there's anything else we need to do. So we're going to kind of look through this stuff tonight and kind of take it from there. Let's barley. We're going to go ahead and feed our pigs. Barley. Like I try to do a few things off camera because again, I'm trying to get to a certain specific point. The horses, and I want to get to that point before we end this series, and that's why I'm kind of rushing to do so many things off camera between episodes. All right. Barley. We fed our chickens, so we're good to go there. And now we want to do our seeds. And unlike on some previous episodes where we had missing spots here and there, and I went back and tried to clean that up, I'm not even going to worry about that right now because it's not like the greenhouses are going to run out of seed completely if we miss some here or there. We're just going to go through real quick. We don't even necessarily have to do this every day. It's just something that I like to keep them maintained. Alright. We're just going to do our normal routine of hitting every one of them. And like I always say, if you're new to the series and wondering why I'm putting seeds in the greenhouses, these are not the base game greenhouses that we have here. We have modded greenhouses that take additional inputs and in turn produce additional output, in this case seeds and fertilizer or manure. And right now we're supplying the seeds to the greenhouses. Just a few, we're going to go pick up the manure. Alright, that's that. And we can drop off what we didn't use. Now we're going to go grab some manure. And basically do the same thing all over again, but just with manure this time. And now that we've sold a few of our pigs, we obviously won't have as much manure produced as we were prior to selling those pigs. Cows don't have anything, which is interesting. Now we're going back to the greenhouses. We're just going to drop off this manure. And we're going to be doing a lot of the same repetitive stuff now through the winter months, as we won't have as much crop work. We're going the winter months, but we'll see how that goes. And we still should have enough to keep us busy concerning our production chains. And just keeping an eye on them and making sure we're doing everything we need to do there. We're just going to hit each one of them and make sure that they are kind of topped off with manure. And again, because we don't know exactly what the trigger points are, we're just kind of making our best guess. And I found the best estimate is just to kind of drop it like right in front of the double doors in front of each greenhouse, and that usually puts you kind of sort of in the spot where you need to be. Alright, so we've got the manure out of the way, and we can sell the remainder of the manure to our GA. Okay, so we dropped off that load of manure, and we're going to go grab the remainder of the manure that's still in the bunker. And do the same thing, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And we're dropping all this manure off to the mini BGA so that we can turn it into digestate, electric charge, and methane. So methane does a body good. And I just want to take a quick peek at our BGA to see if everything's set up the way we need it to. Yep, we got manure going. Alright, so we're good there. And finally, we'll just check our water levels in our water tank. And again, we have the modded water distribution tank. This modded water distribution tank automatically distributes water to all the production chains that require it. So all I need to do is just make sure that it stays filled, and it'll supply all of the other production chains on the map. Trying to figure out where I'm going here. We're going straight ahead. I'm going to start. Oops. I'm going to drop off water to the water distribution tank, and it will supply other productions from there. So that way we don't have to drive all over the map dropping off water. Just hit that one spot and it will hit everywhere else. Alright, we're just topping the water tank back off. And if you've been kind of tuning in to the series for a while, you know the routine. That's pretty much the process for the map in this series. These are the main things that I'm doing every episode, just about. Give or take a few. Because these are your main farm maintenance tasks that we're going to do every month. And we're playing with 2-day months, so we're gonna do these things every 2 days. And I guess the best way to kind of think of it is like each month is divided into 15-day cycles, since you're only doing 2-day months. So think of day 1 is the 1st through the 15th of the month, and day 2 as the 16th through the 31st of the month. And that will help you to wrap your brain around what's happening when you're on a 2-day month cycle. Alright, so now we're gonna do the other animal maintenance stuff in the animal barns. And we're gonna start with a straw for the cow TMR mixer, just to kind of do things in a different sequence from time to time. Wait a minute, what are you doing? Alright. We'll only need one straw. Let's confirm that. Alright, one straw. And that's one straw down. And then let's do our hay. And one other thing we did do off camera as well, since we're about to run out of hay and we couldn't produce it fast enough to maintain our supply, so we did go buy some hay. But now when we do our grass harvest, we'll probably do hay on the next grass harvest and then switch back up to silage. So that will put us back on the positive side for our hay. And being self-sufficient at some point on this farm. Alright, so there we go. We drop those two down. And then next up is silage. And we'll probably do 2 silage bales as well. Let's see. May even take 3. We'll see. Whoa, and that shows you how heavy the bale is. It's almost about to flip the front loader. Alright, and it'll probably take that one. And I'll come back in with 2 more. And that should take care of our TMR mix. And everything else will be done by the robot feeder. Alright. And you see what one bale did, so you know two bales is definitely going to have it imbalanced. So you just have to be really careful kind of driving in here. Alright. And just let the weight of the bales do the work. And those two should do the trick. Alright. Good stuff, good stuff. That part of the job's taken care of. And we can jump over to our straw blower and address the straw situation for the bedding for our cows and our pigs in the pigsty and the cow barn. And we'll start with the cows like as always. Missed the mark right there, so let's back up and see if we can pop that trigger again. Straw. Alright, and we got all the straw down for our cows. And now we're going to do the same for our pigs. Just have to get the right spot for the blower to get lined up. Because we don't have as many pigs in there as we had before, it didn't take much to get them taken care of. So we're all done here. And the last thing we need to do is the pig food. And let's just swing that all the way around. And pig food. Alright, looks like the pigs are happy. They're fed. We're just going to refill it. Fill the trailer with pig food. So we'll be ready for the next day. Alright, that's almost everything with the animals. We still got to tend to our horses, and then we'll be done with the animals. We're just swinging our John Deere back around and park it in the shed, and we'll be ready to move on to the next order of business for today. And that's tending to our horses. So let's hop over to the horse stable and grab our trusty Kubota RTB. And it of course has a handy dandy trailer in the back, so you can haul stuff in there. And we got some straw and some horse food that we're going to grab. And there's the straw. And then we dump any unused straw back into the silo. And rinse and repeat on the other side. Except this time we're doing oat instead of straw. And oat is the horse feed. And I'm going to drop off a load of oat. Or horse food. Whichever you prefer, it's still pretty much the same thing. Alright, okay. And then of course, any unused oat goes back into the silo. And then the last big thing we gotta do concerning the horses, of course, is our daily riding and cleaning. We're gonna go ahead and go open gate, close the gate, and let's go riding, boys and girls. We're gonna start with old trusty Poncho. If we can get her up to speed so she can jump the fence, and away we go. Funny little thing when you think about it though is that the horses are in the pen and they can jump the fence, so they could literally jump out anytime they really wanted to. I guess they don't realize that they're being held in captivity. And as you can see, the billboards rotate and change. This one's back to being a Kubota ad now. So interesting that they have those billboards with the dynamic advertising on them. And I hope everyone had a interesting, or at least a great Halloween here in this state, in the United States. We just had Halloween on Monday of this week, and now we're into the month of November. So next big event, coming up now is in the U.S. at least, is Thanksgiving. And folks usually start to look forward to this time of the year, because you get to spend time with friends and family, and then of course the shopping on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and then you're heading to the finish line as you start to gear up for the Christmas holiday and the Christmas break, for those that are taking the Christmas break, and all the stuff surrounding that. A lot of time as you get towards the end of the year for spending time with your family, friends and family, and your loved ones. Of course, the flip side of that, is some people also get depressed during this time because of various reasons, and now sometimes it's related to the same things. The stuff, spending time with their family and all of that. In the holidays can add to stress for some folks and different little things like that. So you definitely want to take care of yourself during this time of the year and just stay healthy. Um, just take everything always one day at a time. Like you only got one life, and when that you want to live that life as best that you can. While you're here on this earth. All right, 95%. So jump. Oh, press the wrong button. All right, there we go. 100%. Now you can hop off. Applejack's up next. I hate when I do that. Sorry, my hand-eye coordination is all over the place because I just came from some another game that I'm playing. I'm spending a lot of time playing right now, and so I'm thinking of the controls in that game, and that game has horses too, but they don't control the same way this one does as far as the horse controls. So my buttons are mapped in my brain weird right now. Alright. There's another game I just picked up this week. It's called Mountain Blade, and it's kind of like a medieval times simulator, but it has a real cool element to it, where you can kind of simulate large-scale battles and stuff during medieval battles, and it's actually a very interesting game, to say the least. It's simple. The graphics and the controls and mechanics are simple on the surface, but it's actually a very complex game. And its predecessor, Warband, Mountain Blade Warband, is also pretty cool game and well loved as well. The graphics on that are a bit dated, but it still has its own kind of art style and feel to it. And that one's still a fun game to play in a lot of ways. Um, has some elements of it that are better than Mountain Blade 2. But graphic-wise, Mountain Blade 2 definitely looks much better and is an improvement over the original Mountain Blade Warband. I've been spending a lot of time on that. I purchased that game recently and just trying to learn the new game mechanics with Mountain Blade 2 versus just things that change from the original Mountain Blade to Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord, excuse me. Yes, because the first game was Mountain Blade Warband, and then Mountain Blade 2 is Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. But they're both pretty good games. If you have the chance to check them out and you're into those kind of games, then definitely might want to give those a try to see if you like it. I guarantee you'll probably get addicted, as I have. I still also spend a lot of time in Farming Simulator as well, although not as much as I used to. But kind of looking forward to this Platinum expansion to kind of, get into that, and I'll do most of that stuff. We'll experience that together on this series, and it's definitely going to add some new things to the game that I think are going to be kind of interesting. Just kind of looking forward to that and using some of the new equipment and some of the new game mechanics as far as woodwork goes and all of that good stuff. that's all the riding for the horses that we're gonna get out done today. So that's go ahead and get them all cleaned up. All right, and then let's take a look at our production chains. We're done with the horses, so we've done everything as far as our yard work is concerned. So now we need to look and see if there's any field work we need to do, and also check on our what's going on with our production chains. Okay, raisins is distributed, honey is distributed automatically. We just gotta watch the oat and the corn on the cereal factory, but it's doing good. Butter, cheese, and chocolate are all good. Uh, well, olive oil is gonna be continuously flowing, and in fact, we produce more olives than the oil mill can process. And pretty much same thing with our grapes. Grain mill is chugging along, doing well. The wheat flour, but we can always top that off if we want to. No, not absolutely necessary right now. We got sugar being produced and our sugar cane sugar, so all that's good. And then our greenhouses, I didn't check them after we did our yard work, but as long as they're in the green, I'm not gonna sweat that too much. All right, honey is out of space. Strawberry is out of space. Honey and strawberries are kind of in the same thing scenario. We know what's going on with the solid fertilizer production there. That's because we haven't brought over any digestate in a little bit. All right, industrial bakery is kind of running low on butter. I don't know why, because that should be automatically distributed, and it doesn't look like the let's go back up here to a dairy, because it didn't look like there was any issues on why it's just not pumping out butter as fast as it should. Yeah, everything is there. It's just not one production rate's not keeping up with the other one. All right, wool and the egg shipping and wool shipping are automatically distributed. All right, just keep an eye on that situation, but the industrial bakery is still producing. NEBGA and the water distributor, and then our fruit greenhouses, the grapes. One of the grape greenhouses could stand a little bit of materials, but we're not going to sweat that right now. And let's see, the olive greenhouses are filled capacity. In fact, they're out of space. Yeah, which is the same deal. And just making sure we didn't miss anything with the animals. All right, we got a little bit of slurry with the cows. I mean, with the pigs and then the cows. A little bit of slurry there, but not enough to really make too much about right now. All right, so let's go look at the fields and see if there's anything that requires our attention as far as the fields are concerned. That's going to be sugarcane on 41, 38. I think we're gonna do cotton again on that and just keep that cotton. 50 is going to stay corn. 55 is going to stay sugar beet. All right. So going to the crop calendar, and we won't have any planning to go until we get to cotton season in February, which is also when it'll be time to do the horses again. So we don't have any crop activities that we'll need to do right now outside of the grass. All right, and grass is just green in the month of November, so I'll have to go ahead and do the grass harvest where we're at right now. And then we're gonna need to plant immediately in March so that we're on the right cycle with our grass. Actually, let's see. So let me see you now, because you're, let's see if you plant. Because I'm still not sure how the grass cycles work and how many harvests you're supposed to be able to get out as far as grass in a year. I still got to get that down in my brain, how many you would want to have in a normal year, especially if you're trying to get the max yield on it. All right. It looks like that's all we need to do today then. Making sure we didn't miss anything. All right, go back to the production chains and let's take a look. Yeah, we're gonna leave that alone. And well, and I did create a chart so I can kind of at a glance, like look at some things to see if there's any stuff I might need to sell. I think I did it in Google, didn't I? Let me go. I did create a Google sheet for it. And let me go find that real quick here. Sheets. It should be in recent stuff that I did. Efficiency. Nope, that's not it. I thought we did save that doc. Animal. There it is. Okay, so we're in the month of November, and then what products are good for sales in November? We got bread and canola oil, looks like. Yeah, let's see if that kind of, let's see, bread. Yeah, bread. It's November, December. And then canola oil. November, December. Alright, so with that in mind, and we don't have any canola oil, do we have canola we can ship? But it still would be too late to be processed right now. I got 6,000 liters of canola, which is not that big of a deal. And do we have, let's see if we got any canola oil stored in the warehouse. What are we doing there? Let's take a look at that. Nope. Alright. What about bread? What we're looking like on the bread situation. It's not filled to capacity, so don't need to sell today. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow. I don't think it's going to move that much, but we could sell a few bits. But we had to go ahead and sell it before the optimum month because we were bottlenecked. All right, so we're done with everything we can do for today. So let's go hop on over to the main farmhouse. Let me check one other thing. My crops that are actually growing right now to make sure we don't have any other issues with them that we need to be concerned about. You got your barley down, got your wheat down. It's not time for oat. That's going to be oat. Canola's down. 36 and 37. Forgot all about those two. Whoops-a-daisy. We got corn harvest, boys and girls. Let's go grab our harvester. Almost about to miss some good stuff there. All right. Let's see. Harvester. I don't need anything too outlandish this time, but I just want to mix it up sometimes just so you can see some different equipment that we've done. Let's do something New Holland this time. Excuse me. STX 590. Probably the 590. Let's see combinations with that. That's a 6-meter corn header. Yeah, we'll do this. This setup here. Well, you don't show us which header trailer would work with that bad boy, do you? 6 meters. Let's lease that one. Ah, whoops. That's a total brain. Well, it does corn, doesn't it? Yeah. That was close. I was like, thought it was just sunflowers only. There's corn and sunflowers, okay. And we'll do the 590. Yeah. And just lease that. And then we need, since the game didn't pick one for us, or suggest one for us, we gotta find a header trailer that's at least 6 meters. Let's see. I like to use a New Holland one if it can. I guess kind of stay on brand, but we don't have one. Let's see. Maybe that one will work. Let's see. We'll give it a go. Alright, so let's hop on over to the shop and see how this stuff behaves. Alright, so we got the harvester, the New Holland 590. And we got the corn/sunflower header. Let's see if we can get it to sit on this trailer and be happy. Alright, it looks like it's behaving so far. Let's see how it does on the road. And we're going to turn on our beacon so that the traffic knows what's going on and that we're a service vehicle and we're moving slow. And so the next stop is our cornfields. Yes, I almost totally missed it. That we still had 2 more cornfields that we needed to get harvested. And then now that I'm thinking about it, we may have another issue here because as you can see, it's raining, and while I can harvest while it's raining, I'll take a yield hit if I do. So I may have to wait this weather out, and we'll look at the calendar here in just a second. As you can see, in a little bar in the upper right corner in your display, like it's showing that it's rainy, but it's supposed to be, the sun's supposed to come out at some point. But I just had to look at the calendar and see more detail on that. got the harvester. And we got the header, and we're just going to drop that off and get everything set up here so we can harvest our corn. All right, get in there. All right, got to back up. And we want to get the harvester into the correct position. And you want to lower and then turn on your harvester. Yeah, and see, harvesting while it rains reduces the yield, so we don't want to harvest just yet. Alright, so let's take a look at the weather. And let's see. And looking at the calendar, it's saying that it's supposed to stop raining by about 11 o'clock and warm up to be 71 degrees. So we just gotta wait it out a little bit until about 11. So we're gonna advance the time a little bit, I think, just to kind of speed this up. Let me see here. All right, now we got it on 3x. Let's go a little bit faster temporarily. And we're just waiting for the rain to stop so that we can harvest without getting that yield penalty. So let's see what the weather does after 11, and there it is. It's the rain stopped, so we're gonna break it. Drop the time scale back down to 3x. And hop back in. And now we turn on the harvester. And we should be good to go. Alright, I like it. And I'm gonna turn on the worker so he can automatically go through this field, and we'll just kind of watch and let him do his thing. It just hit me that I probably could have used the fast harvester here. Yeah, I think I could have, couldn't I? Corn headers. Yep, we got I could have used the modded one with the tool height control for headers mod, so that we can fast harvest this corn. Just didn't think about it. It's okay. This might take a while at this rate. You're doing it at 6 miles an hour. And actually that was my honest mistake there. Alright, so let's see. Let's go over to leased items. And that corn header is a 980, the New Holland 980 CR 8-30. And what we're gonna do, yeah, because we definitely could be doing this faster. So you gotta You already got a chance to see how it looks and works when you're playing realistically. So but we still want to, in the interest of time, we want to kind of move it along. So let's do this. And that's the fast harvesting version of it. And as you can see in the mod that it's part of is the tool height control for headers mod. When they initially, I think this is by DD Mod Passion, but when they initially released this mod, it was only for grain headers, but then they later on had an update for the corn headers as well. These are all the base game headers, so they're not like some of the ones that you may have that came with some of the other mods that are out there in the mod hub, or even some of the headers that are exclusive to mod hub. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and lease this. Alright. And I'm gonna go grab pickup. And here's what we're gonna do, because by the time, especially at the rate he's going, I can go grab this. Oh shoot, that won't work either though, because I don't have anything to pick up the header once I'm at the shop. We're fooey. Have to make the long drive back to the shop, or stick with what I have leased already and I bought and drove to the farm. Those are my choices. Go ahead and get the dump trailer in position early. Crash counter. Wasn't paying attention there. Alright, so our guy's kind of doing his thing. And it's almost full. But after he fills up, we're going to go swap out the header. And real quick, I'll get to show you the difference between the two headers and how this is how the standard, you got an example how the standard one works, and we'll showcase the one with the tool height control for harvesters. Okay, let's just, this is a good stopping point right here. Actually, since the trailer's 99% full, we can go ahead and unload what we do have as well before we make this trek back to the shop. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm not even gonna mess around with the trailer. You've seen me do it the realistic way already. Now we're gonna do it the unrealistic way. Drive back to the shop, pick up the fast farming thing. I don't know why I'm struggling with my words at times. The fast farming header. Bring that back out here to our cornfields. And I notice it's about exciting sometimes. Excuse me. As watching paint dry as we drive back to the shop at the brisk. Although this harvester actually gets up to 26 miles an hour, so it's faster than some, because some only top out at 15 to 20 miles an hour, so it's a little bit faster than some of the ones in this class, or the one tier lower class. This is kind of like the second tier harvester. It's not the lowest tier for the New Holland brand. Alright, we're almost there. I think I can. Alright. Here we are back at the shop, Clever Motors. And I'm gonna grab this header. Nope. Don't run into any problems while we're out here on the streets. Traffic and whatnot. Traffic in this town does not spawn all over the place, and it's not super heavy, because this is a rural country town. And sidebar note, my stomach's killing me right now because I didn't eat before I started this live. I probably should have got a meal down before I got in, but I wanted to make sure I kept tonight's schedule. But right now I'm paying for it. All of a sudden got really hungry, and my stomach is letting me know it. It's good. Let me have it right now. Let's see, almost here. And now we're seeing a little more traffic than we were seeing here and there, but still not too heavy, thankfully. And always interesting about some of the maps in Farming Simulator 22. On certain maps, you have just like you have this constant non-stop endless stream of vehicles, traffic. And other maps, you barely have any traffic, even if it's turned on. All right, so we're back, and now this is the fast farming header. So let's go. And as you see, with the fast farming header, it allows you to farm at the maximum speed that the vehicle will go. So theoretically, you could harvest all at a speed of up to 26 miles an hour. Now I'm going to turn the worker loose and see if the workers still, yep, they are able to utilize this mod, and they are able to drive fast while they're harvesting. Well, that's interesting. See if you can get himself lined up. He's having a little bit of a struggle there. Okay, there you go. Alright, so with the fast harvesting header, it does seem to speed things up a little bit here. And that's good stuff, good news. So that should make this task go a little bit faster. But as always with the worker, they always have this tendency to miss spots. And of course, once again tonight, he doesn't disappoint. And after these two fields are harvested, we can go ahead and plow them, because with the certain crops you plow after every harvest, corn being one of those crops. You would also do that with your root crops, your sugar beet, and your potatoes if you had any potatoes. Sugar cane also falls into this category of crops that you plow after every harvest. Alright, the worker has a full load, so let's bring the truck around. Excuse me, the trailer around. Well, truck, trailer, same difference, I guess. So we're about to have a huge surplus of corn from these three cornfields now. So that'll be great for our cereal production chain. Alright, move you out the way. Alright, I need to step away from the keyboard briefly. So just hang in there, folks. I'll be right. Okay, so our worker is almost got this field knocked out. Now this last pass, and we'll be done with what field number is this? 36. He's going right into 37. We don't need you to do that just yet, young man. That section. And all those little spots here that you missed, buddy. Turn on harvester. That's one spot, 2 spots, and 3 spots. And let's just go, oops. Really brilliant driving there. Alright, so let's go unload. Once we did, and now that we're done with 36, we'll just move right over to 37 and do the same thing. Let's see. We'll have the worker, he'll go this way. This is our worker. Turn him loose. And as you can see with the header from the tool height, wait a minute, what is it called? Brain. The tool height control for headers mod. The harvesting process is much faster. Realistic? Probably not so much, but definitely much faster. And you can also see one of the drawbacks with using this mod as well, though, and that's that the harvesters fill up much faster, which could mean more frequent trips to load and unload, depending on what size harvesters you're using for the job. And I guess also what size trailers you're using as well. So there's pros and cons to all of it. And look at our boy go, man. He's moving. So we should finish this field up rather quickly as well. And then once we're done there, we'll be ready to move on to the next day. Actually, we can go ahead and grab one of our tractors and the plows and come and go ahead and plow these fields. In fact, while I'm sitting here watching, yes, I could have already been working on that task as well. So let's jump on over there, and we'll use my favorite tractor and all of my farm equipment for this job. And that's my Massey Ferguson. Let's see, and the plow is on this side. Yes. That's the Massey Ferguson MF7726S. And we're going to use a Lizard 9 MT plow for this job. This is a mod hub mob. You can you can find this mod on the mod hub. It's a great modded plow. Gives you 6 and 9 meter plowing radius. But what I was saying earlier is I could have been having the harvester harvest on one field, and while that's going on, having the other guy plowing on the other field. I just wasn't thinking about it. Because there's even a few more steps related to that. Because, you know, plowing with the plow, at least this plow in particular does dig up stones. So you either have to come through with the picker or roll over them with the roller. Alright, looks like our boy's full again, so time to unload. And like I was saying earlier, because when you're using this tool height control for harvesters, for headers, that's going to happen a lot more frequently, so you got to keep an eye on your workers. That's another load. Another load of corn. And as you can see, we're up to, what is that, 38,644 liters of corn presently and counting. And it just occurred to me now would be a great time to take a screenshot. So that's what we're gonna do here. Hate it when I press the wrong button. Capture screenshot. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good stuff, good stuff. Turn the help window back on. Just need to get that out the way for a second there so I can get that screenshot done. All right, we're almost there. It's gonna fill up right before we get to the end of it. Oops. Gotta love it. Alright, pipe out. Let's unload. Another job well done. Of course, he did still miss a few spots. So we just need to touch up the spots that he missed, and we'll be good to go here. Alright, we'll turn the harvester back on. Let's hit it again. All right, pipe out. And that's all, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Alright, so we ended up with a full count of 46,747 liters of corn between these two fields, which is a great yield. So now we're going to just take that to the main farm silo and it'll be ready for when we need it for cereal production chains. In fact, what we can also do before we go that since we're already halfway over here, is we can take some of this right to the cereal production chain right now. My drive room, only dangerous to pedestrians and other vehicles. Alright, we're dropping off some corn. Alright, now we can take all the unused product back to the main farm silo. Alright, we're back at the main farm silo, so we're going to drop off our corn. And that corn will be on the ready for when we need it for our cereal production chain. So that's all of that for right now. Go ahead and park this truck trailer combo. And thanks to 82 Studios for this TLX 3500 mod and so many other great mods that he does. If you're not familiar with them, please check out their YouTube channel and all of their information on all the major social media platforms. Alright, let's go babysit the plow guy. Let's see what he's doing now. He believes himself to be finished. He is woefully incorrect. We'll touch up what he missed. Alright, you're just driving around the edges of the field and picking up all the spots that the workers tend to miss for whatever reasons. And that's one field out of the way, one more to go. But we still got to do our stones. Alright, one field down, one to go. Let's get into it. Alright, why wouldn't he go? He didn't want to go. That was weird. Alright, gotta step away from the keyboard real briefly for just a moment. Be right back. Okay. I'm back. Alright, while that worker's doing that, I guess we can be leasing the other piece of equipment that we'll need for what we're doing right now. And we're going to use the modded stone picker, the Scorpio 710. Alright, lease. Yes. And we'll send one of our other tractors out to go grab it. Let's give our lightly used John Deere some work this time. See, it's sitting, oh, it's up to 52 hours now, so it's not so lightly used anymore. And once the equipment gets over 50 hours, the maintenance deteriorates on them very quickly. Okay, and we made our way back to the shop. And we got our stone picker. And we'll take that back over to 36 and 37 and pick up some stones. Another thing I did forget to check is if we'll have capacity in the stone crusher for these additional stones that we're about to produce, because a stone crusher converts the stones into lime, and the stone crusher is full right now because I'm not selling the lime, because I want to save it for use on the farm before I sell it. So that way I'm being self-sufficient and not buying lime when I can produce it. Alright, so here we go. Let's unfold the picker and get her lower and turn her on, and let's get to picking stones. Let's see if we hire the worker for that, if he can do that without too much trouble. Alright, so where are we at? The worker still has a few spots here that he missed, so we're gonna go ahead and touch those spots up. And the same thing here on the far end. All right, let's get the plow down. Sorry, just spacing out there for a few. All right, now we're done with the plowing. And this field is prepped and ready to go for the next planting. Almost. We gotta get the stones out of there, and then it'll be ready. Give or take your fertilizing, as far as your lime and solid fertilizer goes. And let's go grab the other trailer, because this trailer is low enough where the stone picker can dump right into it. So that's the one we need for this job. Trusted TLX 3500 with the dump trailer to the rescue. Let's see how our guy's doing. That's right, because he won. I didn't even really think about it, but it's already at 100. Oh, he stopped. Oh, good. But he was going to keep going once he hit 100%. Thankfully, he stopped. All right. There you have it, folks. Stone harvesting 101. And I see spots where your boy is missing things. So, once again, we're going to have to follow up behind him on the bottom parts of the field. I see a couple of places already that I don't like. Oh yeah, you can see it from this view as well. All right, we're coming up on the last 15 minutes of the stream. And looks like we'll end it here. I'll of course probably wrap this up off camera if we don't get it done here. And when we come back in on the next episode, we'll be in day 2 in November, more than likely. And we'll just pick up from there. It looks like that's the plan now going forward, because we're in the next 3 episodes we do want to get to the month of February at least, and probably even further than that, so we can get our horses born and move on to other things that we can do. Well, my goal with this farm was also to have a fully self-sufficient farm operation, so we'll go. In order to support that, we need to be producing our own pig feed. So we'll have to put that down. Well, there's one other thing too. It's a pig feed. And what was the other one? Let's see. There's another silo that I wanted to put down. Production. I want you. Alright, what are you doing? Okay, why won't it? Okay, what the heck? What's going on? Jeez. Read the controls on this menu sometimes. Alright. Let's see. We got the fertilizer production. There was one other one that I wanted to put down. What's it? Definitely. Oh, it's a pig food. Production was one, and I thought there was another one that I wanted to do. Maybe it was just a pig food production. There was something in the farm supplies. I don't remember now. Alright, but I'll figure that out, and we'll cover that on the next episode. Let's see where our worker is at. Alright, come on, buddy. She like missing stuff so much. Damn it. Alright. And they're on stone picker. What's wrong? Like, what is he doing way over here? That was throwing me off, confusing me. I like it. This wasn't in the field. You're supposed to be working, homie. Alright. Lower. And it's already turned on. Come across here. Just make sure we didn't miss some spots. Alright, same deal. Let's just doing it from the top and the bottom. And it's already turned on, so we could just go right through. Alright, pick that up and set him. Wait a minute. Alright, lower. Just get him going on the other field. Yeah, much better looking. And we're coming up on the end of tonight's episode. So this is where we're going to end it on and we've plowed, harvested on 36 and 37. We plowed on 36 and 37, and now we've stone picked on 36 and 37. So those areas will be done. And we'll probably pick up from here next week. On Saturday, but I'll keep you posted if I do anything in between those today and Saturday when we come back in, when we start up on Saturday. But that's where we're at. Alright, we got the full load, so it's time to unload. Come on. TLX 3500 to the rescue. Oops. Got too close there. I didn't mean to bang it out of line. Hopefully that won't mess the worker up too much. And we can return all the lease stuff that we don't need right now anymore. You don't need the harvester anymore. We can return it. You don't need either one of the corn headers anymore, so we can return those back to the shop, as well as the header trailer. So all we need right now is just the stone picker. Well, folks, and this is where we're going to end it tonight. I want to thank you all for tuning in, and look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you like what I'm doing. Let me know what you don't like, so on and so forth. If you got some things you want to see me do, just let me know. And we'll continue to play and enjoy this game that we all love. And like I said, I'm looking forward to jumping into the Platinum expansion once that content drops later on this month. It's going to be a long, I think, a really cool ride. Can't wait to see what's in store for some of the upcoming episodes here in this series, and well, at least in that series, because that's going to be all new series. And who knows, we might come back and revisit Elm Creek playthrough at some point down the road. I haven't You know, we don't want to totally rule that out yet. We have no plans on doing so once we jump over to the platinum pack at the moment, because we'll be when we do that, when we do the playthrough on that, on the Silver Run Forest map, I think is the name of the map that comes with that, with the platinum pack, and that's the one we'll be doing stuff on once that drops. And I don't know what the farmlands are on that map, or you know, and how that's all set up, because it's, again, the content in that DLC with that pack is with that with the expansion is supposed to be forestry focused, but it's still farming simulator at the end of the day. So I don't know what the farming content is going to be on that map, but we'll find out. We'll find out when that content does drop. It's gonna be fun. Definitely gonna be interesting. And get some new toys to play with. And one can never be without new toys. Okay. Alright, the worker's almost finished here. So he's about to finish just as we're about to finish this episode. The struggle is real. He can't seem to get turned around, can he? Yep. Nope, he couldn't, and he decided he was gonna go ahead and quit. Oh, we're actually doing overtime. Didn't even realize it. Alright, well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Like I always say, if you're not having fun doing what you do, then what are you doing? I will catch you on the flip side. Good night, everyone.